To make the body of the truck, probably the simplest thing to make, we're going to need a rectangle. Turn that into a rectangular prism. Then we're going to need to push a couple of holes through one side of the body. So to start with, we'll obviously go and start a new drawing, so it's starting the drawing with that icon. Come down our list again and find the standard millimeter IPT file, and I open that. Straight away I'm in 2D, so I can start by drawing my rectangle. Always start from 0, 0. Click, and then I'll click again. I didn't worry about the size to begin with, because I draw the rectangle and then I dimension it. I can dimension this one two ways. I can just click, drag down and click, or I can click on my first line, click on my second line and drag that dimension sideways. Now I need to actually change the dimensions. This one is 50 millimeters. This one is 100 millimeters. To resize it, you can just double click your scroll button on your mouse, or scroll in and out using a scroll button. I now change it to 3D, so I have to finish my sketch, turns it into 3D, and of course I've got my 3D tools here as well. It's isometric. So here I'm going to extrude it. There was only one profile, so it picked it automatically, and I have to put my thickness in. The thickness is 25 millimeters. 25 millimeters. And I press OK. Okay, there's step 1. Step 2, we need to actually pick a different surface. So I need to actually work on this surface here to push the holes through. We're going to push 2 holes through, right through, so the axles can sit in it. So what I need to do first, I need to create a 2D sketch on that surface. So I clicked 2D sketch, and now I'm going to click on that surface. Click. There we go. Now it's changed my toolbar, so I know I'm in 2D. But I want to look at that sketch that I made. You'll notice over here, sketch 2's popped up as well. That's the new sketch that I've just created. So I'm going to come over to this icon. This is the look at icon, view face. So I'm going to look at that sketch. So what I did was I clicked look at, and then I clicked on that sketch, and you see it's turned it around for me. Now I can go and start putting some holes in positions. So I'm going to grab a line, but I need to make this a construction line. There's construction over here. Click, and you can see that it's turned blue. So my first construction line, I'm just going to draw straight up here. My second construction line, now construction's still turned on, I'm just going to draw here and going to draw down here. To turn, see how line's still connected, I just press escape and it turns that line off, want of a better word. Now you might think, well, why is he bothered going to like something that looks like a hidden detail line? It's actually a construction line. The construction line is necessary to use to get my positions right, and then I can put my circle in. So I'm going to turn construction line off now. I clicked up there again and just turned it off. Now I need to get my construction lines in the right place. So I'm going to dimension from here, click to here, click and drag it out. So what I did then was went from that line to that line and dragged it out. I'm also going to do a construction from this line to this line and drag it out. Now I can dimension those positions. So I'm going to dimension them 20 mil sounds good. We'll go 20 mil in there. And I could go 20 mil here too. Here's something funky though. I press that 20 mil, and if I just go and reference this dimension, what it does is it makes that dimension the same as this dimension. So if I needed to change one, for example, let's change that to 25, it automatically changes this one as well. So that could be a very big time saver if you have a massive drawing and you have parts which relate to other parts. Okay, getting back to it. This also I want halfway across my rectangle, this construction line. You might have noticed that when I drew it, I let it snap. It snapped to the middle automatically. There was a green dot came up. But let's just say you didn't do that. I'll get rid of it and we'll go again. Here's a line. We'll turn construction on, and I will just draw that in anywhere. See that I'm letting it snap to the perpendicular? Click. Didn't worry about the size, just drew the thing. Now we want that dead smack bang in the centre. I've got a sneaky way of finding the centre. Here's the dimension. I'll dimension first from here to here and draw it up. And the program goes, oi, what's going on here? It's saying that if you don't accept the dimension that's already created, it's going to cause a problem. And that makes sense because we've already got thickness there. So I'm going to accept that dimension. It's called a driven dimension. It already knows that that's 25 millimeters. But this one here is going to be half of that. So check this out. I go from the center to the side and put that dimension down. Now if I click on this dimension here, I can go the 25 millimeters divided by 2. Wrong symbol. Divided by 2. Tick. So that is actually a calculation. And that has become half of that, which has put that dead smack in the center for me. So you can use calculations in your dimensioning as well, which is cool. Okay, now we need to put the hole in. So I'll go circle, turn construction off, let it snap to the center. I'll draw one circle, let it snap to the center, draw another circle. It doesn't matter the size of those circles. They just need to be there so the computer knows where a center is. I can now finish the sketch. I might want to look at it in 3D. If you press F6 on your keyboard, it will make it 3D for you. I can now push these holes through. To make the holes, I come up to the hole tool. I need to find the centers. So I'm going to click this center here. Click. I'm going to click this center here. Click. And you can see it starts to put the holes through. Alright, now it gets tricky. We need the hole to go all the way through. So termination through all. The size of the hole in this case is going to be 10 millimeters. So I just put 10 in there. We don't need threads or anything, so I leave that alone. I press OK, and you'll see now we have some holes in there. It's something I haven't shown you yet. With your mouse you can actually just either click on corners, which will turn it around for you, or if you click and hold your mouse down, you can just rotate the object around as well. Two different ways to look at. Now I need to go and save it. Press F6, save. I'm going to call that the body.